How are you, Prayas?
Really good, sir. How are you?
Good, good, yes. Just a minute more, huh?
Yeah, sure.
We'll start here.
There has been a sudden power outage at our place.
Okay,
I might just jump into my phone for a little while if there is.
no worries. Which part of the country are you in?
Right now, I'm in Madhya Pradesh, MP.
Acha,
Hanji. And
okay.
uh, I've been moving around. So,
That's
yeah.
good to know. To know. Yeah. I think we have got Abhijit, Tapan, Abhishek is here, Tapan, and Namrata has joined.
Oh, good. We've got.
So we can start. I'll just take a second to introduce all of you. Uh, Thanks for being here, Prayas. Thank you, Namrata ji, for being here. Abhishek, Abhijit, Tapan. So, Abhijit, when we last discussed about Janiti's foray into uh, AI readiness for the industry at large and the kind of innovation we are seeing these days. So, I was introduced being associated with Guru Gobind Singh University and the AIC there. So, Tapanjit joins us from the AIC.
Okay.
And Prayas is the founder of Medulla Labs. I'll just give a small brief. He has been active in neuromarketing and using AI and neuro techniques for better decision making and better analytics. Uh, and Namrata ji, we are all aware, she is a business consultant and she is also a very strong proponent of innovation with purpose and impact. So today, Abhishek ji, with your permission, I can see you. Abhishek is the founder of Politics and the partner at Janiti. एंड प्रयास मैंने आपसे बात की थी कि हमने विनेबिलिटी कोशंट एक टूल बनाया था जिसको हमने स्टडी किया था ऑन ग्राउंड ड्यूरिंग इलेक्शंस एंड दैट वाज we worked closely with political party leaders while they were distributing tickets for candidates.
Right.
And winnability quotient is one such tool that audits and scores the candidate on their winnability. And Abhishek and me and Abhijit at Janiti, we are the co-founders of and the co-architects of that platform. So I thought that once we introduce you as an upcoming Spark, we found in my interactions your innovation and your AI tool showing a lot of promise in the way the AI ecosystem is progressing and how people are taking to analytics, decision support, decision making systems. Primarily in ad tech and martech and neuromarketing, we are seeing is an area that is about to come up, and India having the largest population dividend. Whatever decisions we take, which aids better in formulating product packaging, product narratives, product messaging, is going to be of huge help. Here, I'll just take a pause, Priyas, और मैं आपको अभिजीत जी के बारे में बताऊं. He is a global consultant on LMS systems and also advisors. So बात हो रही थी तो मैंने कहा था कि जब LMS डिजाइन किए जाते हैं और LMS का कंटेंट और LMS की लुक एंड फील डिजाइन की जाती है तो उनको भी क्यूरोसिटी है कि हाउ व्हाट यू आर डूइंग हाउ इट कैन गो देयर. और अभिषेक जी देखेंगे इस पर्सपेक्टिव से कि ओवरऑल न्यूरल मार्केटिंग एंड न्यूरल टेक्निक्स को कैसे मार्केट में मोनेटाइज कर रहे हैं. और नम्रता जी एक एक्सटर्नल ऑब्जर्वर एज अ बिजनेस कंसल्टेंट एंड इनोवेटर. You need to showcase the entire thought process and what you've done in a very simple format. Even if you want to showcase your presentation, you're most welcome. I now give the floor to you, Priyas. All yours.
Thank you so much, sir. Uh, I will share a quick slide just to give
अपने बारे में
everyone an
जरूर
idea.
बताइए प्रयास.
Yes, sir. My name is Prayas and I am situated in Delhi. I am 27 now, and we have started a company called Medulla AI. I have more than 5 years of experience in marketing, market research, performance marketing, branding, and now neuromarketing as well. I have experienced neuromarketing techniques firsthand, and now have decided to enter this market with an AI-based approach, which makes it more scalable and makes it more affordable and approachable for companies across the globe. So give you a brief about how what we are trying to build. So let's start with a quick example. Let's imagine you're in a supermarket aisle searching for juice, and then you pick your juice, you're moving forward, and suddenly you see a chocolate there, very vibrant wrapper, and you just pick it up, go to the aisle, and then check out. So this small moment where your subconscious takes over is where 95% of decisions actually happen. Yet most of branding and most of marketing ads throughout the globe is focusing on the other 5%. So this is our mission at Medulla AI to bring that subconscious insight and become your attention partner. And yeah, so when I'm talking about that initial moment, and what attention basically is, attention is focusing on something in a very intentful manner and with complete focus, which also needs you to negate the other things around in your surroundings. So there are two types of attention. There is called top down, and there is bottom up. Top down attention is just like that juice box where you are looking for something with intent and then you find it. And the bottom up attention is where you see something and just for like that millisecond in your mind, the subconscious takes over and you just grab that chocolate bar. So again, this is what we're helping you do. This is where I'm trying to explain what eye tracking essentially is. So in labs, in laboratories, all Fortune 500 companies do these kind of researches where participants are brought in. They are made to wear a headset, and they are shown different kind of creatives packaging about that company, and they track which part of the eyes go to which part of the creative or packaging. The idea of this is to understand how the subconscious is perceiving the things that they are seeing on the screen, so that they can make those changes and make sure that the things that they launch outside the company are something that uh, the human brain naturally likes. This is what they do, eye tracking, but this happens in laboratories with headsets with a lot of participants. It takes weeks to get that report. So what we wanted to do is change it through AI. Okay, this tells you what the impact of AI actually is. So about 5 6 years ago, Tropicana wanted to rebrand their box. So from this classic box that they have, just changed it to this big one, and they saw like 23% sales drop, 20 million down the drain, and they had no clue what went wrong. And then they hired an agency, they did eye tracking, and then they understood what went wrong was the eyes which were earlier seeing Tropicana now shifted to this 100% orange thing. So when someone is walking down the aisle looking for the juice box, their mind is not concentrating on reading everything. What they do is scan across things, and people are complaining that I couldn't even find the Tropicana juice box there. So this essentially explains you how powerful eye tracking as a technique is. Uh, so what we have done is we have picked a data set of real eye tracking studies from across some data that I have sourced, some data that was available online. We have filtered everything out, created a data set of our own, and then created an AI model on top, trained on that data set. So now this AI model is able to emulate any image that you put into our model and tell you which parts of that image, creative packaging, will receive how much attention. And that is what we have made in our platform. This is what it looks like. I can show you live demo later as well. These are a few sample tests that show a creative here. Then the middle one is the lab's real eye tracking, and on the right is the eye tracking which is done by our platform. This is again another sample test. So yeah, this again, as I said, what we want to build as Medulla AI is a cognitive science AI-based company which is focusing on creating a neural analytics suite for the creative world. So eye tracking is just the first instance that we are entering the market with, but then there are multiple things to follow. Uh, Even in eye tracking, we will do vertical integrations. So going as deep as adding video analysis as well. More than video analysis, we also want to, the next step is telling you what things can actually improve in a ad creative. Right now, we are telling you what is going wrong, but then AI recommendations will tell you what you can improve in the creative. I will quickly take you to the platform and show you how the results look like as of today. Yeah, so this is our website, which tells you a little bit about what we are doing, and you can just simply sign in here. So it is as simple as just clicking on this, drag and dropping an image, and then I'll show you what the results normally look like. This is a sample result. On the right here, this shows the actual creative that you have uploaded. And in the middle, you can see these heat spots. So these are the spots which are most likely to be captured by the eye in the first 3 to 5 seconds of interaction with this advertisement. So you can invert this and see a fog map which you can see which are the parts that they are actually viewing. And then here you have a gaze track, which tells you how the eyes tend to move throughout this creative. The idea of doing this to understand, like these are the parts which the user is seeing. This boxes that you see here is the elements in this ad that our AI pipeline has detected. So it has detected that there is a description here. It has detected that there is a brand logo on the top left. There is a CTA which says 80% off. There is an illustration which is the lady in the center, and then there is a product image which is here. And it is telling you how much attention is going in each part of this, in each region that you see here. The idea of this again is to make the user understand if what they want to showcase is what their users are actually seeing. In real eye tracking studies, they are tracking multiple different things. What they are tracking is your eye fixation duration, how long the eye is seeing there, what is your blink rate, what is your pupil dilation. But those things do not make sense to a marketer who is our end user, or to a graphic design guy who's checking if the graphic he's making is correct or not. So that is why we have formulated attention scores, which is one metric which tells them is this right or is this wrong, and if wrong, what are the things that he can change. This is the idea behind all this. On the bottom, you see three more scores, which are awareness score, engagement score, and conversion score. So most of the ads that are published online fall under these three categories. You have a campaign objective for which you are launching the ad. So it's either conversion, engagement, or awareness. So what these metrics tell you is if this ad is launched in awareness score, how likely is the ad to perform in an awareness based score? And similarly for conversion as well. For example, if the ad is performing low on conversion, maybe it is the case because the people are not focusing on your CTA. If you have written 80% off, there might be a possibility where people are not reading that 80% off and just scrolling below. Maybe if they saw that 80% off, they will go to their website and buy the product. So this is the idea behind all these three scores. Uh, this is a very rudimentary dashboard that we have here, which is about to change in the next 15 days as we have been developing the new dashboard and upcoming technologies that will be added into this report as well. Also, you can download a report from here, which gives you more explanation on what these numbers actually mean. Give me a second and I'll share the report as well. So yeah, this report basically tells you how your ad is performing and what those metrics that you see on the dashboard actually mean. Because we realize that there is a learning curve with this technology, and the user will have to try and understand what these numbers actually mean. So it basically tells you the export date and time. This is because if they are exporting like 10 images, they should know which report is the one that they are download latest. This page briefly explains how our AI model is able to emulate where the eyes go. This is an explanation of the heat map of what these boxes actually mean. So these are regions of interest and attention scores, and what these attention scores basically are. What this fog map is, how they can read this fog map, what this actually essentially means. Similar for the eye tracking that we've shown there, gaze path, and similar for these predicated performance score. So basically what it's telling you that this 48% does not mean that if you run this ad, you will get a 48% conversion. It just means it's that likely to perform better in a conversion based campaign. And then, yeah, that is the report. Right now, the product is live. We made it live about 15 days ago, and we have some early testers who is testing the product and giving us feedback about how things can change. Basically, we need feedback in two senses. First is to understand how the product is actually able to help them in their business needs. So, in basically giving them more conversion, more awareness. And B, we also want to see how this product is able to integrate into the daily workflows. So we understand that this is another added step in their daily workflow, because now they, after making the creative, they also have to test the creative. So we want to make it as easy as possible. Either it can be through an API or endpoint, either they can use Figma or Canva plugins that we'll be making soon. So yeah, this is the idea and this is what we have built. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Priyas. Before my colleagues share their thoughts, just a query, not a query actually, it's a statement. At Janiniti, we were always looking for startups and innovators who were going beyond the very obvious. As you know that I also shared earlier that how many startups in convenience and comfort can India now afford to have with the current yesterday's news of the H1 B visa squeeze. We need actual innovators and actual persons to put their brains together. At first glance, as I've shared, so I've liked something that it will be adding real value in the industrial and business terms. Having said that, because we'll be thinking of the impact, how it can be made and realized, how as a think tank we can take the story forward. It will help us in formulating the startup resilience and innovation resilience for startups going forward as policy as well. I want to know from you, Priyas, how did you find out that this is a pressing need? Is it really such a big challenge that you felt a business is required to solve this? And from your perspective as a founder, what do you feel about scalability and taking it to the next level? Uh, in fact, everyone can join in. Abhijit, Abhishek, Namrata ji, Tapan. That as a business, how large or how big or how critical, if at all, is this challenge at first, the moment we hear about it?
Yeah. So first of all, the idea actually came into my mind the moment I was first hand using these technologies, because as awesome these technologies were, using them firsthand, I did realize that it is a very tedious process. B, you need very specialized people to do this kind of stuff, and C, it takes a huge amount of time to get those report back. And for a country like India, where we want rapid growth and things happening very fast, I don't think brands who are launching clothes in 2 weeks have the patience to get the result back on creatives in 3 weeks. So we always thought that this there has to be a better way, and a way which can be more widely adopted by the audience. But at that time, AI was still formulating, so I was not sure if it will be able to do the job. But by the time I came back to India, we started thinking about it, and I started having the first initial conversation with my co-founder Lakshay, who is also the chief technical officer of the company. We had a discussion, and his knowledge and understanding said that it is absolutely possible. And after 2 weeks of our early discussion, he sent me a prototype. Uh, the prototype, I would say, was just good enough for me to understand that we have enough technology at our hands, at our disposal, which will be able to create this thing at large. So yeah, that's how we started building this thing. Talking about the business end of things, the only clarity that I have is through uh, conversations with people from different industries. So we have been taking a small cohort with us throughout this process. So a cohort of 8 to 10 people who have helped us understand if there is a market for this thing. The cohort includes my professors from my university, some people who have agencies, some who are working in agencies, and then some who are working as brands. So both sides of the spectrum. These people know about these technologies. But they also realize that it's very expensive and don't want to invest in technologies like this. So that is a one thing that I see, that there is a space for this. The second is primary, purely data. So the amount of digital ad spend going up, close to $800 billion last year, and about a 25 billion-dollar market for pre-launch analytics. So there is a huge market there. Uh, but yeah, in India specifically speaking, we do realize that there is a huge learning curve, which will take a fairly amount of our time, which we'll have to convince people to see the power of this technology. And once they see that, then I think that's self-explanatory for them. But yeah, the initial foot in the room will be a little bit difficult in this.
Okay. Anyone wishes to share their thoughts? Abhishek, Abhijit, Namrata ji.
Uh, so, as your name is Prayas, first and foremost, a good attempt, good Prayas by your with all your thoughts. Uh, there's certainly a lot of questions, but how do you deal with the noise now when your noise, which is going to be in the environment? Your this app or your this product is going to capture this, or how is it going to deal so that it only captures what is it made for?
Yeah, so you're saying if people test random stuff on the platform, yes. So yeah, that will be done through adding guidelines. So every time an image is put on the platform, there is an AI already running in the background which identifies what the image is all about. So that is as simple as adding guided guidelines to make sure that uh, a thing which is not supposed to be on the platform does not end up showing a result. We already have a few things implemented there. So if you put up something random which does not include these few elements, it will end up saying that sorry, try again. This does not seem like an advertisement. So that is the only way where we can, I mean, I can't stop someone from uploading random stuff on the platform, but what I can do is make sure that they don't get results on that, and my platform, they don't misuse the platform in that sense, basically.
So, and who all are the competitors with you?
So we don't have any direct competitors in India. There are a few companies who are trying this, and some are using like visual saliency models. There is another company called Lightbulb AI, which is based in Mumbai, but they are also not entirely AI focused. They have physical labs and everything, so they are more focused on using AI to have data analysis on the results that they do in labs and stuff like that. We've had a conversation with them as well, but we do have direct competitors across outside of India. So the biggest company is called Neurons Inc. It is situated in Denmark. And there are a few smaller players as well. There is Attention Insight in Germany. There is Fengui uh, in Israel. And then there is iQuant. And then there are companies like Dragonfly and Ad Creative AI who have eye tracking, but as a very small part of their major offering. Yeah.
And you accept that the learning curve is going to be for a longer time?
Not a longer time. I would say the learning curve is just for a few meets. So like it will take maybe 2 or 3 meetings with the team for them to wrap their heads around. First, I think the first meeting is mostly about them trying to understand that a technology like this will be helpful for us. And after that, the second and third meeting will be mostly about making them try the product, giving them something, as I've discussed before with Aman sir, that we have to offer them, let's say, a 15-day free audit, which gives them so much value that they understand that the product actually works. So after that, and after they have experienced the product once, they can after that, we don't have to do a lot of things to make them come on to the side where they start paying for the product. So the only learning, the short learning curve is to make them understand that a this there is a technology like this, and b it works. So once they've tried it, then it should not be that difficult.
And what ROI are you kind of expecting from this for yourself and even for your client? Because what my thought is, have you taken out the demand, or in the gap, or is there any gap in the market, or you are pushing something new that hey, there's something new here, this is what it
Yeah,
is going
yeah.
to do, or you are
Right,
going to
right, right.
tell them that you have a problem and I have a
Mm-hmm.
problem solver here.
Right,
What
right.
is your
So
approach?
yeah, so There is a problem. There is a problem definitely. But the thing is, people don't even see that there can be a solution. So the problem is a wasted ads, wasted resources basically. So if a company is operating, there is a data which says about 60 to 70% of the ads end up wasting money. Most of the companies burn down because of higher customer acquisition cost. So they are wasting money, they are wasting resources because I'm telling my content guy to make give me 10 creatives, then I'm selecting something I like and then publishing that, and then it's not giving me results. So we are wasting multiple resources. Rather, a is resources, but then we are also the CMOs and CEOs of this company, when they are pitching their company to another brand for which they will be running ads, let's say, they do not have any other metric to back what they will be doing for the company. So this is another added advantage for them. So which basically gives them credibility in terms of the depth that they go to for the analysis. So there is a market gap, but again, as I said, the learning curve is to make them understand that that gap can be filled by us. So the gap is basically we are helping them save money, we are helping them save resources, and we are helping them be more credible with their clients as well.
Okay, thank you.
Most welcome.
Abhijit, Abhishek, you can jump in.
Thank you, Amanjit. Uh, Prayas,
Yes, sir.
I am really excited uh, about your project and product, both
Thank
AI
you, sir.
neuromarketing based solution for companies and corporates. So, have you ever think uh, your your product any political use case or
Uh, Yes, sir. Major, I would say major. We have a major political use case, and I'll tell you how. I mean, the direct use case that you see here is because, of course, the political companies also launch a lot of campaigns, a lot of not just digital media, but a lot of print media as well. So all of those things are a huge, can be a huge use case for Medulla AI. But more than that, I would say that probably political parties are the biggest most consumer science based companies, because they have to understand what their direct voter bank is and how they can cater to that. So the whole idea of the company is to help you get attention, and what a political party needs is essentially attention. So the kind of features that we have rolling out soon will mostly be based up across getting attention in what sense of audience you are about to target. So let's say we'll also be like integrating behavioral economics modules soon. So those modules will can be used to target your audience in a sense that they understand, and you can basically mold their subconscious. I would say this is not the correct word, maybe not the ethical way to do it, but this is neuromarketing, which brands have been doing essentially for 50 years, 60 years across US, across UK. And like I can give you hundreds of examples of those things. I tell you cold drink, the next thing you think is Coca-Cola. All they have spent billions of money in market research and behavioral economics to make sure that your subconscious mind is so well targeted with their brand that you don't even have to see their logo. You see the bottle and you know it's a Coke bottle. So yeah, there is a definite political use case.
hmm, okay? And what
Okay.
about the ethical consideration regarding
Sir,
yes?
yeah. So, sir, the thing is that we have kind of demolished a few ethical considerations because we are not actually essentially tracking your webcams, which is how most of the eye tracking studies are done. What we are doing is completely AI based, and behavioral economics comes under the gray area. So there is no concrete ethical guidelines in terms of using and not using behavioral economics across the globe. So, because those techniques are considered a part of marketing, and marketing essentially somewhere or the other uses some kind of psychology techniques. So there is no ethical foundations in that sense.
Thank you.
Yeah, most welcome.
Thanks, sir.
Okay. Uh, okay. So I think uh, uh, I like the idea that you guys are working on, and
Thank you, sir.
in India, this seems like a unique position, but outside, this looks like a little crowded space as well. So I kind of understand that, and we've been more on the company side. I want to kind of move more on the regulator or on the policy side, right? Now, when you don't take anything which is not informed, and the data is captured, there has to be a way of doing it, right?
Mhm.
Whether it is neuromarketing, or it is for that matter anything which is happening, then there is so from there you move, not only showing it to the people, then you move into a little deeper space. I mean, I have got some understanding of cog science and I understand a little bit of it. So you go to a deeper place, which is a persuasive. Well, first you have looked at the attention, then you have gone into a persuading a person, then you have gone into making a decision. So, do you feel there is some ethical implication of all of this, and how is your company prepared? And I've got a lot of things in my head. I don't want to bring everything to you, but I'm just saying, what is your preparedness from a regulator's point of view? What are the steps that you are planning to do?
Sir, for us, the most of our clients will be B2B companies. So most of these ethical compliances go towards them because they are the ones eventually launching the ads. For us, the issue is if they are uploading sensitive data on our platform and some things that are internal, we have to make sure that data is safe. And B, we don't leak that data outside the company because that data might be a data which they have captured from an audience somewhere. So what we have to essentially do is make sure that our cloud security is absolutely safe. We have the best team on board to make sure that our guardrails are set very high and the data that we have is absolutely secure. Other than that, the implications which will have in terms of ethics will be for the eventual business which will be using our platform, but then they are the one targeting those customers. So yeah.
See, there have been a lot of neural data. I mean, it still doesn't comes in the neural data perspective, the neuroscience marketing, but it will be coming very soon. And there are data and use cases in FTC who have been, whenever you are capturing neural data, you
Mhm.
are liable to follow laws of the nation wherever you are using it. In
Okay.
India, the laws are a lot more easier, but if you go to California, you go to
Yeah.
other places, the laws are very, very tough. And the
Mhm.
second part is when you're moving from manipulation, when you're moving from capturing data, which is like marketing, to persuasion, from persuasion to manipulation, it is an, and you are exploiting a subconscious attention pattern to manipulate that. It has, there can be, consumer backlash,
Mhm.
and you can't go back and say give this back to the ad company which is working on, because ad company is working on the data that you have captured. The data
Mhm.
models are built by you, and the
Right.
way you have captured that data, the way you have captured that model, they have to be very, very transparently treated. They have to be managed in a very, very open way. And you should be
Mhm.
able to come, let people or let the regulator take a look at that data set. Now, mental privacy is next very big thing which is hitting the globe already.
Right.
You
Right.
guys are at a place where you should know. I'm saying even if you don't apply all of this, still
Mhm.
I feel having an eye to all of this is extremely important. There is so much of biometric data being captured, right? That is anyways creating a lot of nuisance in the environment.
Right, sir.
For the regulator, don't see it from a marketing perspective, business perspective. You've got some ideas, you've got it. I don't want to go too much into it, but I'm saying, you are seriously not following GDPR and AI Act laws that should be applicable to you at the moment. And it is fine. They don't have to be followed now, but having some sort of a documentation, having some sort of a very clear thought through process of explaining you know what also happens is you will start looking that data and it will turn more into race based or political based or ideology based attention spans or attention patterns or attention frameworks. You will not know. Slowly they will get layered. Suppose you are running this environment which is politically heavy by some party, and those ads, those companies which are running there, they might get a data which is a little skewed from the data they are getting in this different geography. Now all of that, that all becomes a part of a regulatory crackdown, and platform gets blacklisted. I'm just trying to bring
Right.
something which is not so relevant but very very critical that might come into play, and suddenly
Right, sir.
things, you should be just informed and better placed.
Yes, sir.
uh,
Definitely.
you know and also bias is a very important area, where bias and exclusion, if you look at those two elements, because I feel that whenever you are training a model on a non-diverse data set, which is you've trained the model on a certain data set,
Yeah.
now you are making that other people use that model in some other data set. Suppose
Hmm.
I'm in San Francisco, I registered your company and I start using that data, the heat maps will be quite skewed, because the way you are creating, the way the shelves are looking here, the way things are looking and the way they look there, they would be different. And then if some demographics or some people or some traits or some things gets alienated, that becomes a challenge. So I'm just saying that there is a very important angle that you guys should be focusing on. There should be a concept of ethics by design. You should go and write at the very bottom that say, we why you are an ethics friendly company.
Hmm.
Then there has to be a very very clear cut transparency, like you say, a label that neuro optimized, and there should be disclaimers for the creatives, which you not now, you should be able to do it later. So there are some ideas that you can, and obviously try
Yes,
and
sir.
incorporate GDPR in your framework. All of these things are going to be important. And yeah, so it's a great idea. It's got a good business angle to it. Not a lot of people in India are still using it. But just take care of uh,
Yes, sir.
of all these type of things. Other very important part that I always go and talk to all the AI companies, and my thing is, you know, wrong claims. Wrong claims will be the next big problem that you're going to hit, and we will be the people who will be creating these kind of regulations, working in these kind of policy spaces, right? So I,
Right, sir.
I, I am telling you what we are thinking already. So you are prepared, and we will be putting the laws, and we will be some part of it will be contributing in doing that. So when you make claims that doesn't exist in the real life, and which is the biggest problem of and lot of people have got a lot of backlash because of that. A lot of people, when they have collected neural data, they were able to create something, and they managed to create huge claims on it which were not true. That becomes a second big manipulation
Right, sir.
exercise for the customer. First you are a customer, then you are a and I'm telling you, if you are a 21st century business, you have to be a business for good. And when you
Yes.
are a business for good, you have to see it from a consumer's point of view before you put your profit margins and before you put your business growth in mind. And that might sound like a slow track to start with. But once that trigger hits in, you will be very well placed because you will be in the radar of the regulator. And then that will be easier for you to move. Just a thought. I mean, you guys can think through this later on.
No, sir. Definitely a valuable insights. We'll look through these things for sure. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thanks, Abhijit. They were very enlightening. Yeah, I think you've given them conversation igniter. I think it's
Yeah.
ignited them. We should be thinking on those aspects, not only ethics but business for good for a larger picture. And these are exactly the thought process from a think tank's perspective. He's on the right track. That policy at the end of the day, the white papers released and the policy insights are going to include all these, and even from the investors' perspective. So I believe brilliant insights, Abhijit.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for that. And Abhishek, I believe we've had the innovator Prayas also discussing that he does touch upon some aspects that you have in mind. From my side, Priyas, I think you need to just put all this together, take the
Yeah.
inputs that we've decided today, and be known for purpose as we were always discussing, and
Yes, sir.
beyond convenience, beyond comfort, and ticking all the boxes as Abhijit said and Abhishek said, and Namitaji also on the ROI part. So brilliant, all the best. And any other words anyone can pitch in?
I think the bottom line is, which we all say from Prayas's point of view, the way जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. अभी जो दिखता नहीं है वो भी बिकने लगा है. And that is where you have to put that little angle to it. What a wonderful concept, a wonderful idea. There's a larger marketplace. I'm saying not only that, once you go a little further, it can also be another big play that is happening in the industry is about a lot of reward based, a lot of marketing which is run on more and more on rewards. So you can actually partner with some of your organizations and take that data and give something back to the user. That becomes a
Right.
very intelligent way of really going. Suppose you go to Group M and tell them that all your images we're going to be looking at, and in the end, when the person buys, they get a gift from you, or they get something. This reward based marketing becomes a very interesting way of getting consent from people and being on the safe side. Just a thought, you guys are beautiful, good
Right, sir.
work is happening, and I'm happy to see the heat maps. They looked awesome. uh, you
Thank you,
know
sir.
let's keep in touch, and all the
Sure,
best
sir.
to you.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Thank you.
Thank you.
One thing from my side where I have seen most of things getting collapsed. Do your market segmentation and customer segmentation well if you are just planning only in India, because India, though everything is getting innovated, automated, and everything, things look very fancy, and sometimes uh, people do want to capture it. But as a business entrepreneur, have your market segmentation, target audience very, very clearly defined, first in India, and then whenever you're planning to scale, because
Right.
that becomes a
Mm.
sustainable factor for you.
Yes,
Because
yes,
every idea is
definitely.
certainly interesting and good, but till the time we don't understand our demographics, uh,
Hmm.
then we just tend to waste our time and a lot of resources.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Thank you so much.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Priyas. So at Janiti, we are celebrating all the startups who are doing something really good. So we have the Spark program that we are putting together. I believe it's more or less a synonym to what AIC is also doing. So here it's from a policy perspective and data, and also
Okay.
we are putting our white papers together. So thanks for giving your presentation. It is also giving us a good insight in how the innovators that we want to think are thinking. So from a purpose perspective. So thanks for being here, everyone. Yeah. Abhijit, Abhishek, we can any parting thoughts, Abhishek? So we can just say goodbye to all.
No, thank you, Amanji. Uh, Prayas is doing some excellent work in the field of AI
Thank
and
you, sir.
neuro. So uh, we can work together, and there are many areas where we can explore synergies and reach together. This is my final thought, and we will meet. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
Thanks,
you.
So
everyone.
Priyas, yeah. So Priyas, we're just putting everything together, and
Yes, sir.
policy and any insights are there. We'll also be in touch for that as well. Thanks for being
Sure,
here,
sir.
Priyas.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir. Thank you
All
so
the very
much.
best to you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you,
Thank you,
everyone.
Namrata ji. Thank you, Abhijit. Thank you, Abhishek. Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you, Amanji.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye all.
Thank you.